Good morning, guys. It's about 11 o'clock now. As you can see, down the Avon. I've come down here because I've got a few hours to spare. Could fish to perhaps 2 o'clock, something like that. And I thought I'd come down because the river's in great nick, as we saw yesterday. River's in absolutely fantastic condition at the moment. There's about 3-4 inches of visibility. Just a nice pace to it. Checked the weather forecast and they said it's going to be cloudy, overcast all day. Thought, fantastic. And as soon as I stepped out the side of the front door, and there's a big glowing orange thing in the sky up there, and the clouds parted. So thank you very much to the Met Office for that. Thank you. Nice one. Don't think you could have got it much more wrong unless you said it was going to snow, which you probably will do. So anyway, I'm faced with a very bright sun right in my face because I decided to do a bit of waggler fishing. Now, whether I'm going to be able to or not is another matter because it's very bright. I've got my glasses with me so I could put them on, but it's not ideal at all. Got the sun up there and of course the reflection of the sun coming off the water, so I've got the sun in stereo at the moment, but it is making it nice and warm. But I think I'm going to give it a go anyway. We'll see how we get on. What I've done as well is I bought with me one of my dead baited rods. I think I might drop that out just in the margins. It's very slack on the inside here. Might drop that just in the margin, just see if we can't pick up perhaps a bonus pike or a zander. You never know. So I can just stick that as a bit of a sleeper rod. I'll put it on the alarm over there, out of the way, and forget about it, and then just concentrate on doing some waggler fishing. I think Maggots going to be order of the day. I've got some worms and bread as well, but I think it's going to be Maggots on the waggler. So enough talking. Going to get the kit out and I'll run you through what I'm using. So guys, I'm going to use a waggler float there. It's a Drake waggler, fairly decent one. It's decent flow on the water, and may want to get out towards the middle. So I've got a decent sized one on there. I've got a Cadence CR10 14-foot match number 2 rod here. Just got this, and it's its maiden voyage, so we'll see how it is. It's a nice rod, for an early Christmas present, and I've matched that up with a Cadence CR5 Reel, some 4-pound Maxima line on. Now I'm all dressed up here, I've got my thermals on and everything. That sun is blazing down. It's absolutely cooking me. I can just about see with these glasses on, so that's not too much of an issue. I do hope some clouds blow back over and put that sun in. So it'll be lovely, lovely fishing if we can get rid of that sun. But I'm going to have to take some of this gear off because I'm sweating. So that's better. Right, I think we'll start off on Maggots, and we'll see how we get on. We'll set at about 10 foot at the moment, something like that, just to start with. See how we get on. Gonna catapult some maggots in every cast. Start off on double red. They do seem to be fairly hungry in here still at the moment, the fish. Let's see how we get on. I haven't waggler fished in this swim before, so be interesting to see how it is compared to the one a bit further down there. This is my private stretch on that again, should point out. First notice how light this rod is, to be honest, compared to my John Wilson rod. Much lighter. Just wondering how it waggler fished today. Not a great deal of clarity. Found it tricky here, and it's not particularly clear in the past. Got under there. Don't know if that's the bottom. So, I'm going to go on a line fairly close in first off. A bit of a crease. We'll run it down the crease first off, and then we'll perhaps go a bit further over if you need to, or if you fancy it. Just running down that crease at the moment. It's just nice. Ah, some clouds. That's just running down lovely, guys. There we go, first bite. Always a relief. There we go, fantastic. Lovely job, just gone a little bit deeper. And we've had a first bite. Lovely job. That's great, we've got some cloud cover. Right. Always a relief to catch the first fish. Not the biggest fish in the world, but always a relief to get one. You know you're doing the right thing. Fantastic. That's a better fish. Slightly. Blimey. That feels like a decent fish on this rod. Do look forward to using it. Lovely job. Once again, straight back. I'm not going to use a keep net. There's no need to use a keep net. One thing I did to kickstart the swim a little bit was put a bit of ground bait in, just what's left over from yesterday. So I put a bit of that in, just along this line. As I say, there's a bit of a crease line going on out there. Slightly faster water, meeting water that is moving a little bit, and on my very near side, it's actually running the other way. So we've got a little bit of a washing machine going on in here. I'm just running it to the far side of that, where that meets the main flow. It's only a couple of rod lengths out. You get some bites now. This is a lovely rod. You can feel everything through it. Fab. Beautiful. Great stuff. Oh, we're into some reasonable fish already. There we go. Splashed me right in the mouth. Teach me to try my mouth out, won't it? It's about that. Lovely job.
Yeah, we've got right now. Oh, yeah. We looked at these floats for about 4 hours, but I couldn't hardly move. You didn't catch anything? No. Nothing happened. I've never been fishing in my life. Nothing.
Doing it wrong. Quite funny. Two chaps on the other side just talking about fishing. One of them said I'd never been fishing before in my life. The other one said I went once, sat and watched these floats for 4 hours and the floats didn't move at all, so I didn't go back. It's a shame, isn't it? That's a lot of people's experiences of fishing. This is a real shame. I'm not having any problem with floats not moving. Floats moving all the time and occasionally dropping underneath the water, which is fantastic. This is great stuff. Absolutely wonderful. Just what a doctor ordered, and the sun's gone in as well. Lovely job. This is wonderful. I think what I am going to do though is I'm finding I'm reaching for the water a little bit, so I'm going to just move myself forward a bit. Some proper eddies out there now. Fantastic. Hopefully they'll get a little bit bigger. Well, there's certainly plenty down there. Great. Oh, this is great stuff. There you are. Very lively. Well, this is wonderful stuff. Wonderful. Really enjoying it. Smashing. Well, we'll get some bigger ones occasionally. I tried going a little bit further out into the main flow, but I keep getting snagged up. I've lost a couple of hook links out there. It's clearly quite snaggy out there, so I think we're a bit limited. Well, I could shallow up, of course, but I don't want to keep messing about, really. So I think we'll stick with the crease line in here for a bit. See how it goes. The possibility we can move down to the other swim that I've waggler fished before, because I've never waggler fished in here before. It's a bit of a discovery at the moment. So we could always go down to that swim and have a go in there. Oh, that's the biggest one of the day. Certainly the biggest one of the day. So far, anyway. I thought that felt like the jag of a little perch. Ow. Well guys, we're still catching in here, but I think what I'm going to do is have a little move down to the other swim. It's about, I don't know, 50 metres away. I think I'm going to have a move down there. I can fish out in the current more than here. We're getting snagged up a lot here, as I said, and we're losing hook links. And I would like to try a line through the current, the main current as well. So I'm going to have a move down there, because I've waggler fished that a few times, we know that's clear, so we'll get off down there. So guys, here we are. Push the reset button. We're on familiar territory. Oh, we're going to knock straight away. No obvious crease to fish to in this swim, but obviously the water's moving slower on the inside, a little bit faster further out. There's no definitive crease as such, it just slowly speeds up as you get further out. There we go. Lovely job. Lovely job. Troughing these maggots. I'm on double maggot at the moment on size 20. They really want them. But a cast now. Absolutely mothering these maggots. I just put a small, very small dendrobina on. It ran right the way to the bottom of the swim for the first time. It's another roach. This is much more enjoyable swim to fish than the other one. Much more. It's a much nicer, steadier run through. I think that other one would be good in higher water when the fish are trying to get out the current, but they're quite happy being out there today. I was wondering if putting a dendrobina on might sort out some better fish, but slightly better. But oh, drop, gone back in the water. catching on everything today. That's casters ticked off. Oh, careful. They are really troughing today. Taking these baits right down. Certainly hungry, but it's very, very mild, and we had some rain in the night, and it was very mild rain. Should do the water temperature actually. It was about 6.5 yesterday, which is very warm for the time of year. Be interested to see if it's gone up a little bit. Oh, this feels a little better. Whizzing about all over the place. Still liftable though. I'm going to get the landing net out for anything yet, unfortunately. Still, we're having some nice fish. Can't complain at that at all. Oh, it's a bit better. I think this will be a net job. That's more like what we came for. That's about that. That's a bit more like it. That's what we're after. Fab. Lovely stuff. That's more like what we want. Great stuff. Being rather careful playing these fish at the moment as well, because I'm on a 1.5 pound bottom. And I don't really know the rod very well. Well, clearly I've only been using it like an hour, hour and a half. So I'm just being a little bit ginger, a little bit careful. No, don't want to lose anything. It's better. Getting a few fish that are pulling back a bit now. I haven't said that. Not pulling back that hard. Still, some lovely roach. Just about lift that one out. No, actually, probably should have put the net under that one. Well, roach is certainly having it now. This is wonderful stuff. Great stuff. It's brilliant for the middle of December. Fantastic. Well, that's better. Put a reasonable sized dendrobina on. It ran right through the swim down to the bottom. Oh, we've got a stripey. I thought it was a better roach. I left this alone. It's the first run through the main area of the swim for a very long time. They're clearly really on the maggots, really preoccupied. Season that feels a reasonable fish. It's huge, but it's a reasonable one. A netter. Oh yeah, that's lovely. Superb. First year I've properly done any roach fishing and absolutely loving it, I have to say. Well, absolutely bite a chuck is brilliant. Oh, this is a bit better as well. Oh, maybe not. Fooled me. When I first struck into it, felt like a bit of fish, but it's not. Just about a lifter. Well, some lovely fish still coming. But, just a shame these bigger ones haven't turned up. Don't know what's happened, don't know why we're not catching them. That's fishing, I guess, isn't it? Caught steadily all day, but they don't seem to want to. Bigger ones don't seem to want to play ball. Feels a bit better. A little bit. Needed to put the net under that one anyway. I think a lot of the issue with getting after the bigger fish is fishing the wrong time of the day. but needs must at the moment. It's the only time I can get out, so it's this or nothing. Lunchtime, it's not notorious for being the big roach time, is it really? Perhaps I'm being a bit hopeful rather than realistic. Be careful. Lovely. Well, I think I'm going to give it a few last casts, maybe another 5 minutes, and then it really is time to go, I'm afraid. But you never know. We might catch another big one yet. So lively, these roach. Well, I think I'm going to call it a day at that. Probably my 100th roach, I should think. The odd nicer one, but none of the big ones that are in here. But that is me done. Now I'm going to try and get out at the weekend, babysitting from my mother permitting. Not sure exactly what to do yet or where to go. I'll have a look at the water conditions and see what the state of it is down here and the tributaries as well. So until then, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. A lovely time trying out my new rod. Tight lines, enjoy your own angling, stay safe, and I'll see you again very soon.